Alright, off we go.
Constable John Natalis.
Interrex John Natalis. He is.
So, even
This will be a great moment.
Is it?
Ready? Let's get this done.
Is it going to be a great moment?
Temeria is internally divided. As Constable of Temeria, I'm in no position to speak for the whole country regarding the Council and the Conclave. I am honored to speak on Temeria's behalf before this esteemed body. But I'm only the Constable. I cannot be sure some Baron won't cancel my signature in a week.
What's your point, Constable?
I lack my country's support regarding the Council and the Conclave. Neither do I intend to seek the crown, for I've lesser blood in my veins. And as a soldier, I know my place in the ranks. In recent weeks, we have deliberated extensively in Vizima on who is to succeed to the Temerian throne. Because the fate of Foltest's last child remains unknown, we could not reach an agreement. Unable to reconcile the interests of the esteemed Temerian houses, we have no choice but to divide the country into provinces along the barony's current borders.
Bit posh, innit? That thing on the right looks like it's going to come alive.
Noble attendees, I ask you to forget the words I uttered mere moments ago. Behold, Anaïs La Valette. Royal blood courses through her veins. She is the rightful heir to the Temerian throne.
This child is a bastard.
The girl will go to Vizima, where she will be presented to the nobility. She is yet too young to rule, but our laws of succession make provision for such cases.
Do you think the child will ever sit on the Temerian throne? Natalis won't let it be harmed. We did all we could.
I feel like the ambient noise here is wrong. Sounds like we're inside like a
To
sewer.
the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the Northern Kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanseville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowards at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
My kings, before you sign this document, please hear me out.
Excellency, with all due respect, this matter does not concern Nilfgaard in the least.
I am here at King Henselt's bidding. Will you deny my right to speak?
Oh, here he is. Where the fuck did he come from? Must have had him in a tent somewhere. He's always got a plan, though.
What is the meaning of this?
This man tried to kill me this morning. He attempted to take an Imperial envoy's life in your lands.
I presume he was interrogated.
He confessed. Foltest and Demiven died by his hand. He also revealed the identity of his employers.
Sorceresses. They helped me with my assassinations. Speak on. The Lodge of Sorceresses sought to remove those rulers who acted against the will of mages.
Lodge of Sorceresses.
We have compiled a list. Philippa Kira Metz, Francesca Findabert, Ida Emin, and finally,
What a
Sheila de
twist.
Tandemir. To my deepest regret, 2 Nilfgaardian sorceresses, Sira Varanahead and Fringa de Vigo, were also members. The Emperor will deal with them accordingly.
Oh shit, it's kicking off, boys.
Your Majesty, what's the meaning of this?
Arrest them all. Your document will have to wait, honorable sorcerers.
Radovid's not having it.
You have no right.
Surrender now if you don't want another massacre, this time in Lochmuin. A court of law will reveal the traitors.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble. Big Durgan. Damn. Hey, don't burn me, I was just watching. That's a cool ass dragon though. Kind of like a Monster Hunter vibe.
Geralt, we cut off. I can't get through. Sheila! You must get Sheila!
Off I go. Roll to victory, baby.
You can, Witcher. You can't
No.
stop me. Not you, not anyone else.
I can reason with you though. Oh shit, better run.
If I have to, I will kill you.
Oh fucking hell, what was that? Stop with that, yeah? Oh god, I'm on fire.
Be like my dragon.
Not very well, he's a dick. Say it, what the
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the port.
I'm late.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner
Bitch, I
or
rolled
later,
up these
somebody will
stairs.
Find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
He was
Foltest,
used.
Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king
always
of
Nilfgaard.
liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? And can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb.
The dragon attacked Foltest's troops during the siege of La Valette Castle. That hardly supports your tale.
We did not control it then. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Oh, shit.
Farewell! Something's not right.
Oh.
The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This
What?
Geralt, remove it!
You waited long enough. Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard, where you'll find Yennefer of Vengerberg. Farewell, Witcher.
You owe me. I think I died. What the fuck was that? Dude, I just walked backwards and I fucking died. Are you kidding me? What the fuck was that? Alright. Reload, I guess. Don't walk on those stairs. Jesus. Oh shit, me.
I'm too old for this.
I'm too old for this, yeah. This is a bit of a lame boss fight. I mean, the cutscenes, like the combat cutscenes, they're like really dope. You know, just a shame that like. Wait, why is my sword like the bog standard Temerian sword all of a sudden? What the hell? I'm at the tippity top, baby. I'm only halfway up. Yeah, yeah. Oh, fuck. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Shit, you stink.
Nice job, Geralt. I don't like the fire breathing because you actually can't get away from it. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Because Geralt's too, like, rigid. Oh, you can stand under him. Okay. Oh. Oi! Stop with that fucking tail. Dude, I had Quen. What the hell? The hell? Oh shit. Oh, cutscene. Nice. Are we gonna ride that motherfucker? Oh shit. Here he goes. Oh! Damn! Right in the neck. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is pretty cool. Oh shit, do a barrel roll. Damn, he's using his hook for the trophy. Absolute savage. Oh, made him do a backflip. Jeez, bro. That's crazy. Oh. Damn. Get up, Geralt. It's probably not dead. Oh no, I think it is dead. I'm just gonna leave it to die. Yeah, let's end its pain. No reason to let it suffer. It wouldn't be Geralt's character to let a dragon die. He doesn't really like killing dragons. Doesn't agree with it. Hey, she's zapping him. I got gory. Holy shit. Are they like zombies now or something? Whoa, dude. They pulling him up by his fucking scrote? Wow. But old Radovid being a dick.
Your handiwork, sire. In the beginning, there was chaos.
What a prick. Radovid, what a prick. We're nearly there. Epilogue. Nearly beat it, Chaos. Oh. Alright, matey. Nice to see you.
How did it go with the dragon?
It's dead.
It had a hard landing, impaled on a tree. I had to kill it.
The relentless march of time. Too bad, but there was really no choice. The sorceresses would have used it without hesitation.
Know the worst thing, Roach? That was possibly the last dragon in this world. Gone. A beautiful, noble creature. The Lodge made it a simple tool.
We'll get them, Witcher. The sorceresses have it coming. Radovid and the other kings already ordered firewood to be gathered for the pyres.
What about the Council and the Conclave?
I'd sooner expect...
Oh, you're looking for Bill. Yeah.
Not all sorceresses deserve the stake.
You can't make an omelette.
Without breaking some eggs, I know. How is the future Queen of Temeria?
She's safe. She's even started to speak. Old Natalis tried to give her a doll. Know what she said?
How would I?
That she wants no more toys. She wants a sword. And to learn how to fight. She wants to avenge her father's death.
Damn.
What did you do?
Gave her my special forces dagger. I'll teach her to defend herself. Natalis will teach her the art of war. She'll be a good queen. I can feel it.
What about Letho? Did you capture him?
Not entirely.
Meaning?
Letho awaits you in the former Temerian camp. He sent a messenger.
Let's go. Tell me what happened here on the way.
Pillage, rape, murder. Not necessarily in that order.
Who on whom?
The kings let their troops loose. They were supposed to deal with just the treacherous sorceresses, but they quickly decided every mage was a traitor.
Yeah, that section's really
Soldiers
cool.
Vastly outnumbered the mages, who could do nothing with the magical blockade still in place throughout the city. When the rulers left the city surrounded by their armored cordons, soldiers in loose mobs went on a mage hunt. Most of the noted and powerful managed to flee.
The others were hounded to death.
Calm down. I want to help.
Their eyes need to be opened. They must see.
They're dead.
I am too. But I opened my eyes and saw...
What did you see?
Peace Summit. Peace Summit. Peace Summit.
She's lost it. She's a bomb pot.
The world's gone mad.
Let's get out of here.
Defeat your opponents. Go find Letho. There's no one to defeat. Gonna need some treatment on this one.
More marauders.
There he is!
It's always,
Rabbit wants his head!
it's always the order, innit? Absolute knobheads.
Flaming Rose!
Eternal fire!
This looks pretty good. Yeah, this way we're meant to go?
What about the Nilfgaardians?
They're behind it all.
That's no rumor.
How do you know?
From Sheila. She was surprisingly knowledgeable.
If it was the Nilfgaardians, then war's inevitable.
Fucking Nilfgaard. Here he is. Man of the hour. With Triss.
Letho.
Triss.
All right, let's end this.
No, Roach. I'm going alone.
Why, Geralt?
Take care of Triss. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not back within the hour, leave without me.
But...
Just do it, Roach. Please. I need to deal with this alone. Are you all right?
Yes. He saved me from the Nilfgaardians. And defended me from the troops.
Time to end this. Roach is waiting. I'll join you soon.
Geralt, he knows a lot.
I know, Triss. That's why we need to talk.
Don't get killed, Witcher.
I won't.
Oh, we finally found her. She's been gone for literally since chapter 1. Yeah. She plays a much more minor role than I remember in
Is
this.
that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the royal witch hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first, vodka.
Sure.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships.
This is where he's poisoned it.
Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
Flashback time.
The winter solstice, 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every Witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our Witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves.
Eridan.
There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal.
At NL.
My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
So he took us. And we became a Red Rider.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's tree and the Wild Hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between us.
Sounds like Yennefer.
After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Serret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful, no violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau, and a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. And that's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The the riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appear to
I mean, surely he would.
There's not a witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern.
Siri.
How did a witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path.
I'm not gonna lie, Letho's a bit stupid to think that he would rebuild
I
it.
haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
Like, yeah, like, how's he gonna replace that? He might be able to rebuild the fucking keep, but he's not gonna be able to rebuild the fucking formulas and shit. They're lost for time, like, from time, well, full time in memoriam.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Oh, wait.
Care to...
No,
How did you manage to contact Sheila?
It wasn't a problem once I learned of the Lodge's existence. Initially, she watched my every move. But sooner or later, everyone starts treating me like a big oaf. I mean, I can't change how I look. I stayed close to Sheila, killed a few beasts for her, and whined about how unhappy I was, how unfair the world was. So much, in fact, that I actually got her gander up a few times. I made sure a few potentially trustworthy witnesses saw us together, could link us. Security in case I was captured. I also prepared to assassinate the King of Kavir. Esterad Tyson was to be the first victim of the mysterious assassins. But before I could do the dirty deed, Sheila asked me to slay Demavend. The gods had smiled upon me. I couldn't believe my luck. Here I've been trying to figure out how to frame Sheila. And now all I needed was to carry out her orders and follow through.
Where'd you get your information about the Lodge?
From the Emperor and Vatier de Rideau, the Emperor's chief spy. And I believe they got it out of Yennefer.
She recovered her memory?
Nah. I'd never claim she informed on her friends consciously. I expect they found a way to tap into her memory in spite of her amnesia, and without her knowing it. There was a sorcerer present when I was questioned. A young, proud intelligence officer. Whatever the case, they gave me a list of the sorceresses in the lodge. Only Emir, Vatier, and I were present. Only we knew of the mission.
How do you manage to slay Demavend?
Sheila's magic. I mean, she could give us the king's every move. His habits, the positions of the palace guards, anything. All we had to do was navigate the labyrinth and land the final blow. Besides, she had plenty of gold for the preparations. Greased palms abundantly. It had all the makings of a cakewalk. But it's never that easy. We barely avoided our pursuers. And we wouldn't have if not for Yorveth's Scoia'tael.
You think if we were talking this long, we'd take a seat?
Sheila's ideas. With Yorveth's elves, not only did we cut down Demavend, but traveling with them put us out of the lodge's reach. We could calmly plan Foltest's and Hensel's assassinations.
How did you know Foltest would come to the monastery's solar?
Yorveth and I planned Foltest's murder. The King of Temeria would have to deal with the La Valette sooner or later, and he made no secret of it. I was sure he'd want to recover his bastard children in the process. And where do they take the children when a castle's under siege? I had to become a monk, but I couldn't just arrive at the monastery and claim I'd seen the light. Not very believable. So one of Arian's patrols out in the forests happened on a Scoia'tael unit torturing a helpless monk. Arian's brave men drove off the elves and I found shelter in the monastery.
No one noticed you had no wounds?
I paid the monk who treated me a lot of orange to stay silent. Actually, it was only a loan, because I killed him later. Only the dead can keep a secret. Then all I had to do was wait for the situation to develop. When I saw you enter the chamber with Foltest, I thought I might fail. Luckily, you failed. To recognize an old friend.
When did you decide to get rid of Yorveth?
As soon as I realized I couldn't manipulate him. A true fox, that one. He was so observant, so dangerous. I got the sense he might see through me at any moment.
You made a mistake. You were untouchable as long as the Scoia'tael were protecting you.
Maybe, but with Yorveth, my hands were tied. If I'd finished off Kieran...
But you didn't. And that allowed me to drive a wedge between you and Yorveth. I forced you to flee.
And I let you live. You know I could have killed you. You're forgetting.
No, I remember. So Sheila was looking for you when she came to Flotsam.
Mm-hmm. She thought she was still in control and wanted to get rid of me. I'd bet my eyes that she thought I'd lost my mind. Or that Yorveth was manipulating me.
And the North descended deeper into chaos.
Exactly. There was just one problem. You. I could have killed you in the Elven ruins. Thing is, you weren't really my enemy.
Shame you didn't take a shot at Henselt yourself. History might have taken a different turn.
Maybe I would have killed him. Maybe you would have killed me. Who knows? But Henselt's death, although desirable, wasn't necessary anymore. The plan could go forward without it. Besides, somebody else got him.
You know who?
Come on. We both know.
Alright, let's finish this.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece.
I do feel like there's no reason to fight. They should probably have given... Because I don't think they give you a reason. I feel like for the sake of a boss battle, they don't give you an option to not fight him. Because, like, his reasons are enough for me to not want to fight him.
Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
Okay, so you can actually, like, get an option to tell him to go away. I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't really want to fight him. But I never did, I don't think. Maybe I did on one playthrough just to see, like, what the boss fight was like, but I don't remember ever properly fighting him. I remember looking up YouTube videos on kind of how that goes. But
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
Are you going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
what was that hand signal? What the fuck? That gesture was so strange. Yeah, Letho's alright, to be fair. He's basically been used. I know, right? You got work in the morning, Chaos, or college? Yeah, work. But yeah, it starts till 5 though, right? You got the afternoon shift. Yeah. Is it 5 or you finish at 11, right? So 3. 3, yeah, 3. Cool. Don't know why I thought 5.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant. Flotsam remained Temerian, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble, a sworn enemy of Kedwen and an avid angler. To this day, folk gather round bonfires in Lobenden to hear of the Witcher's deeds. The Witcher witnessed a great Kedweni victory in Edirn. At Vergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragonslayer's motley force, ending the springtime of races. Soldiers of the Unicorn swarmed over the Pontar Valley. As it had before, powerful Kedwen swallowed Upper Edirn whole. Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived. With Foltest slain, Temeria's barons began to vie for the throne. Many dreamt of donning the crown, yet none could assemble the allies required to snatch it. The kingdom's last hope, as it teetered at the edge of civil war, lay in Little Anais. Natalis was named regent and ruled the land, yet the girl was the living symbol of the realm's salvaged unity. A tempest descended on the north, at least partly the work of manipulative mages.
The Order.
It seemed the turmoil in Temeria, Edirn, and Kedwen would benefit them most. Common folk turned against sorceresses and all magic freaks, Witchers included.
Sets up for the start of The Witcher 3.
Castles that had hitherto welcomed mavens of the magic arts now shut their gates to any who sought shelter there. A witch hunt ensued.
They love to use that model over and over again.
It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the day seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite.
Yorveth is still
Zoltan resumed the quest for his
wanted.
beloved's hand, and I laid my head in a lapse of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
There we go. I love the art style of these like graphic sort of sections. Really cool. Yeah, I mean, like, how long did that take me to do? Maybe like 25, 30 hours at most. Like, yeah, it's alright. It's pretty good. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. I don't know. It's just the gameplay sucks. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, the gameplay's so bland and you know, not very in depth, and there's not much to go on it, and I also just think in general the story, while very cool, it results in it's too much like politics, in my opinion. Too much politics. It's like this person's doing this, and this person's like subterfuging this person, and it's like, oh fuck, like all these names being dropped on you, you know, this and this place and this place, and it's fine for like people like me because I just like soak it in like a sponge because I know it. But if you were to jump in at The Witcher 2, you'd have no idea what's going on, and if you were to not be like a lore nerd like I am, you wouldn't have any clue. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on? What in the actual fuck is going on? And I also just think in general, the story in and of itself isn't very consequential. Like, it's not really needed. Like, you could go from The Witcher 1 to this, to The Witcher 3 without having The Witcher 2. Like, yeah, they sort of, you know, Radovid doing what he's doing and expanding upon everything and showing the witch hunting starting and stuff's important, but everything in between is kind of like Yennefer coming back, I guess. It's basically, this game is literally used as a bridge to explain away Geralt's amnesia. Like, that's literally it. And I don't know, I just think it doesn't have much, like, it doesn't hold much weight to the universe. Like, The Witcher 1 holds more weight, and that's not even looked upon as fondly, but it does because that's, like, all about, you know, Geralt coming back and, you know, figuring out kind of what's going on and introducing the sort of gamer boydom to kind of the world of The Witcher and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Be honest, it's not The Witcher. No, I mean, it's not going to be The Witcher 3. I mean, I don't expect it to be, but I also expect it to be like a phenomenal game in and of itself, you know, like, and it's really not. Like, it's good. It's really good to an extent. But you have to, like, this is the thing. I started enjoying the game way more once I put it to easy and just streamlined all the gameplay, parts. Like, all that shit where I was, like, just whamming on people and stuff. It's only so I can get to the good part, which is speaking to people and, like, you know, going through all the dialogue and seeing, like, what effects I can have on the universe and the timeline and the story and stuff. Like, that's all I care about. You know, there's no point in me playing a game where the story is essentially the gameplay is literally just a very bland hack and slash. Like, so, but at the same time, it's fun. It's good to go back and experience these because it like kind of allows you to recontextualize it. And what it also does is, all it does to me is, I was never massively fond of this game, like to the point of like calling it like a phenomenal game anyway. I thought it was great back in the day, much better than I do now, but all it does now is playing The Witcher 1 and 2 is make me realize how crazy good The Witcher 3 is. Like, it just strengthens my love for that game, and for that, like, I'm happy because The Witcher 3 is already phenomenal. You know, I mean, the fact that they went from this, which is quite linear to an extent, and very, like, one note, and not very, like, it doesn't shoot for the stars or anything, to The Witcher 3, Jesus. Like, holy fuck. Like, it's unreal how good like how much effort they put into The Witcher 3 and how much like positive improvement they made from the gameplay to the story to the characters. Like, it's unreal. But you've also got to appreciate that, like, in some ways, like, The Witcher 2 was, like, their first proper game. Because The Witcher 1 was essentially, like, a shot in the dark for them. They bought the license for, like, peanuts from Andrzej Sapkowski, and then, like, literally just made a game, rented it, like, bought the license for, you know, bought the license for the engine from BioWare, the BioWare engine, and then just, like hopped to and made a video game. You know? And I don't know, it's just really interesting to see that. And The Witcher 2 genuinely feels like, in some ways, their first video game, whereas The Witcher 1 feels like them prototyping the universe in some ways, like testing the waters. But I also find it like incredibly interesting. Like, it'll be really interesting to see like the if it ever comes to fruition. And it obviously doesn't get cancelled or whatever, which I don't think it will. But the Witcher remake. The Witcher 1 remake will be very interesting to see, because it'll be very nice to see kind of how much they improve that game, if they do at all, and to see what they decide to do with the story, how they decide to expand the open world, how they change the gameplay completely, because they won't go with that clicking like style. They'll go with the Witcher 3 kind of God of War style combat. You just know they're gonna. So I can't see them making it like a BioWare game. It's not gonna be like KOTOR or anything. No way. Like classic CRPG stuff. Yeah, make it like The Witcher 3. Yeah. And then what will make it interesting is if that same team afterwards become like the remake studio under CD proper. So then you have like The Witcher 2 remade potentially, completely from the ground up, expanded, made massive, brought in new side quests, better combat, you know. And then potentially, in years and years and years to come, potentially they'll even remake The Witcher 3. You know, I don't know. They could completely recycle the whole series, you know? Kind of like how Resident Evil's doing now. Because that could be like 2030 by the time we get a Witcher 3 remake. Maybe even longer, 2035. By that point, it'll be 20 years old, The Witcher 3. Which to many will be plenty enough time to warrant a remake for The Witcher 3. Even though it doesn't need one, because it's a timeless classic. But, you know, it's easy money, really. Easy marketing, for sure. Fuck me, I'll be 2035. I'll be 35 years old. If that was to happen. I mean, it's probably not gonna, but that's scary. That's scary, I think. Witcher 1 not feel like a proof concept game at all. To be honest, The Witcher 1 is The Witcher 1 is a weird game, because not in the sense that it's bad, it's just that it doesn't feel like a proof concept. It just feels like a company trying to do something cool and trying to bring a book to life in a video game, like pure in its purest form, you know, with sprinkles of what makes video games good. And like 85% of it, 90% of it actually does really well. And I think if you look past the dated nature of The Witcher 1, it's actually a phenomenally well-built video game. Like, it's actually really fucking good. It's just that a lot of people can't see past the dated nature of it. Whereas The Witcher 2 is different again, because to me, The Witcher 2 struggles from design flaws. Obviously due to budget constraints and also time constraints, most likely. Because this game came out in 2011, I think, which was only like 4 years after the Witcher 1 game on the PC. So not only did they have to make it for like various platforms, Xbox 360 being one that I can confirm, but obviously PC as well. I don't know if it came out on the PS3. So that's... Yeah, so they're not only building an engine from scratch, They're also making the game. They're also optimizing the game for 2 platforms. That's a lot. So you can kind of see why this game is both shorter than The Witcher 1, because it's obviously a lot more like polished from a presentational perspective. But it's also incredibly linear because of that time constraint and that potential lack of budget. Because The Witcher 1 didn't do that well. Like, The Witcher 1 has only become famous because of The Witcher 3, and same with The Witcher 2. Same with the books. The books really, like, popped off because of the games. Like, yeah, they were popular in Poland, but not internationally, really. So, yeah, I would say, honestly, this feels like a more of a proof of concept, in all honesty. Whereas I feel like The Witcher 1 is more of just a bunch of dudes making cool shit for the sake of making cool shit, you know, and loving a franchise and loving a book series, you know. The Witcher 2 was like, okay, we're gonna get serious about this now, and we're gonna truly like pour everything we possibly can do into the video game scene, and, you know, hopefully, like, you know, sort of make like a really serious story that really like expands the universe in some ways from The Witcher 1. Because The Witcher 1 is very like self-contained. Like, you don't go anywhere. Like, you stay in Temeria and Kaer Morhen. Like, those are the 2 places. You don't go anywhere aside from that. There's like no scale to it, really. It's literally just the Salamandra running around Temeria. Nothing. Whereas in this, you're in Temeria, you're in Kedwin, you're in Loch Muin, like... And this is another thing, right? The Witcher map, if you look at the map and you look at where we've actually been in all 3 games, well, aside from Thronebreaker, but that don't really count, we've really not been anywhere geographically. Like, there's so many other places you could actually go. You know, Kovia. We've not technically been in Nilfgaard, you know? It's like... Thronebreaker is a game that came out after The Witcher 3, and I think after the Gwent standalone game. It's basically a single-player driven card game. Kind of like, I don't know what you compare it to. Slay the Spire, maybe? I think might be a card game, but very different. But yeah, you play as like a... oh, fuck, I can't remember what it is. You play as a, You play as a, like a soldier or something. I can't remember her name. I think you play as a female, a woman. But yeah, it's good, Thronebreaker. I think I might end up playing it after The Witcher 3, to be honest. Just as like a chill playthrough to play through, and then put that up as well. But yeah, dude, Thronebreaker. Definitely recommend that. If you like Gwent and stuff, Thronebreaker is the single player variant of Gwent standalone. Which is kind of cool, because you've got like Witcher 3, which is the minigame, which has the minigame in the original Gwent, right? But it's not like wholly balanced, and you can steamroll enemies very easily. Then you've got the Gwent multiplayer card game for the multiplayer side of it. Then you got the Thronebreaker, which is the single player Gwent stuff. I don't know, it's pretty cool in my opinion. The fact that it kind of covers all 3 grounds, you know. It really struck gold when they did Gwent in The Witcher 3, so. Yeah, you can probably find it cheap on GOG or on Steam in the summer sales. It's been out for like years now. It came out like 2017, 2018 maybe. Yeah, it's like I said, it's Gwent. It's a single player standalone game of Gwent with it's got like a campaign though and everything. It's not just Gwent. Like, it's Gwent but everything, you know? Like all the single player story to it, all the cutscenes. I think you kind of like navigate around an overworld kind of thing, to kind of like find to go on your battles and stuff and progress the story. It's not too long either, I don't think. It's very it's a quick one. It's a quick one, but like I never completed it because I just got distracted at the time. But I played a good like couple of hours on it, I think. I think there was like a free weekend or something. It's quite long actually. It's about 28 hours, so it's quite long. But I don't know if Geralt's even in it, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, it's definitely recommend. Awesome game. But no, I'm glad I came. Like I said, I'm glad I came back and played this. It wasn't as good as I remember, but it's still kind of one of those games where it's like I respect the start, you know, like I respect the okay, like we're gonna make a Witcher game that's proper, like as close as we can get to being AAA without AAA budget, because it's basically AA this game. As AA as you're gonna get, so. But very cool, very cool, and I'm just like, obviously like always, I'm excited to revisit The Witcher 3 because I haven't played that game since like, and again, it's not like I need to play it anymore because I've played it like 8 times, but that game is like, how long ago was that when I played? Like 2020 maybe? I don't know if I like played it to completion either. So it's been some time. Maybe 2021, I don't know. But that game is so good. The Witcher 3 is literally one of the most top 5 essential games to play of all time in my opinion. I think it still like holds the gold standard for like what is an RPG. Like you can, for me, throw like every single Elder Scrolls in the bin compared to that game, like straight up. Like I love those games, but they don't tell any level of storytelling. Hold on. I'm being honest, like, I'm not saying to throw them in the bin in general. I'm saying if you were to like put a gun to my head and you were basically saying the entire Elder Scrolls franchise, every single game, I don't even care, put them all up against The Witcher 3. None of them, all of them combined, don't even match The Witcher 3, in my opinion. Not even close. And I don't care like what you say. Like The Witcher 3 is a game that you like, when you finish it, like you're like, fuck, what do I do now? You know, I've never felt that. And I know, like, it's, again, you're comparing kind of apples and pears here. The Witcher is a narrative game, whereas The Elder Scrolls isn't really. It's a sandbox RPG, whereas The Witcher is a traditional RPG. But I don't know, that's just me. I love Elder Scrolls, but I can't pretend that they're in my... I don't think there's any that are in my top 50. I don't think there's a single one. I genuinely don't think there's a single... I don't think there's a single Elder Scrolls game in my top 50 games of all time. Not even Skyrim. There's Fallout New Vegas in there. Like down the bottom somewhere, but... So there you go, Chaos, then. I'll flip that question back onto you. The Witcher 3 or Elder Scrolls? Now you can either pick the franchise, or you can pick one game that beats Witcher. Like, what would you, if you had a gun to your head, what would you pick? No? Yes. Yes. You have to pick. You have to pick, gun to your head. No. You've got to answer that question. I think you would pick Elder Scrolls. Because you always talk about Elder Scrolls. I've heard you speak more about Elder Scrolls than The Witcher. Which is fine. But I'd put money on Elder Scrolls. Like, Skyrim. Definitely. I think you're a Nord at heart, you know? I think you're a Nord at heart, for sure. Well, it's up to you. All right, then let's simplify it. The Witcher 3 or Skyrim. What are you picking? We'll go down the list. We'll compare The Witcher 3 to each individual game. The Witcher 3 or Skyrim. What we feeling? What we feeling? That's a bit more sensible. You'd probably say Witcher 3. Damn, dude. Really? I was not expecting that. Because you like love Skyrim. Like, I've heard you like talk about Skyrim all the time. Alright, then The Witcher 3 or Oblivion. Because I know you have a soft spot for Oblivion. Know what I'm saying? Like, I've never like heard you speak about like The Witcher 3 and like the various nuances of its like story and characters and world and maybe even gameplay, you know, like DLCs. Because that's the thing as well, dude. You've never played the DLCs, right? Like, have you played the DLCs for The Witcher 3? You haven't, right? Yeah? Well, yeah, you have, or yeah, you haven't? Wow. Oh my god, dude. I completely forgot about that when I asked the question. That's crazy. Bro, the DLCs for The Witcher 3 are basically dessert to your fucking you know, fucking main meal. Like, to your entree. Like, they're your dessert. You know? Like you need it. Like, if you go for that 3-course meal, bro, at a nice restaurant, you gotta have the dessert. You know, you're going all out. In my opinion, I wouldn't say Hearts of Stone is the best. I wouldn't say I think it's among some of the best DLCs ever made, period. But Blood and Wine is probably it's probably the best. In my opinion, it's the best DLC ever made, period. Like, no question in my mind. The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine is probably... The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine is so good that it's its own game in and of itself. And that's not just some, like, over-exaggeration. Like, not even close to an exaggeration. That is literally like a 50-hour campaign, 40-hour campaign, potentially. Like, it's so good. Like, if you do everything. Like, it's so good. Like, The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine beats this. And this is a game. This is like a full game, dude. Yeah, like, it's fucking long, dude. I'll look it up now. I might be wrong with the hours, but I'm pretty sure I put fucking, like, at least over 30 hours into The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. It'll come up, because they do, like... Yeah, there you go. So if you just mainline the main story, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. If you mainline the main story, it's 15 hours. Right? If you do the main and side quests, it's 28.5 hours. But if you completionist everything, it is 40.5 hours. So that's doing everything. Main plus sides is obviously side quest, your main quest. But if you're doing the tertiary objectives, you know, upgrading everything, kind of like doing all the all the tertiary question marks on the map, you know, those question marks and stuff. 40.5 hours. That's for a DLC, dude. That's for a DLC. Like, seriously, dude. Like, it's not... Like, Blood and Wine was like... I remember when Blood and Wine came out and it was like... Everyone was like, is The Witcher 3 the best game ever made? Or, like, the best RPG ever made? Is it the best RPG of the last 10 years, 20 years? Since Skyrim? All these different high praises. And then when Blood and Wine dropped, I remember people just being like, yeah. Like, that's it. Like you've just... Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else to say. Because not only have you made, like, one that is, like, teetering at most, at worst, for the people that are still questioning it, on the best RPG of all time, but now you're also pushing it over the edge. And then when they came out with the Game of the Year full pack that you could buy, you know, that was the same price as, like, the launch cost of The Witcher 3, it was like, fuck, you know, what a value, you know? Like, nothing even comes close to that. I mean, you're looking at a 150-hour game, 170-hour game potentially, depending on how much hours you spend doing it. And on top of that, they're not just like... I'm not just talking about, like, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a 150-hour game, where it's just mindless collectathon bullshit crap that's scattered all over the world. I'm talking, like, things that every single moment will keep you just being like, this is incredible. Like, this is incredible. Like, there's... Like, wow. You know, but sorry, I missed some messages. It's just a better game. Yeah, see, at first you say Oblivion. Okay, so at first you say Oblivion over The Witcher 3. Okay. Your favorite single player expansion of all time is the Shivering Isles. That's a good DLC. That's a good DLC. I'm very rusty on my I'm very rusty on my my Bethesda expansions, though. The one I remember the most is Old World Blues, Mothership Zeta, mainly Fallout ones, I think. Obviously Dawn Guard, Pit, Operation Anchorage. What's the other one? What the fuck is the other one? Where, like, is it Honest Hearts, the one with the burnt man? I always forget the name of that one, Chaos. In New Vegas. I think that's Honest Hearts, right? Or is that another one? I don't know. And then, yeah, I thought it was. And then, obviously, Hearthfire, which is the base building one in Skyrim, which I don't really count much as just DLC. It's more of a content update pack. And then... obviously Dragonborn. The Dragonborn one. Yeah, Obsidian of Fire. Like, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. What, Hearthfire? Yeah. I can't remember Point Lookout. I genuinely can't remember it. The island one? I don't know. Oh, I remember Far Harbor. I thought Far Harbor was real good. I thought narratively Far Harbor, like, completely dusted everything that Fallout 4 offered from an RPG standpoint. It genuinely felt like you things had weight, you know, your consequences had weight. Ooh, little cutscene. What have we got? Nuka World was good, yeah, but I never finished that. So, like, I can't really judge it. But it was fun with the raiders and stuff. What are you doing? Collecting some sticks, some firewood. Little post-credit scene, mate. That's a hair. Canal, how did he get that? How did he get that? What did he kill that with? Yeah, good luck. Good fucking luck killing that. It's a fucking hair, bro. I don't think you realise how skittish those motherfuckers are. Motherfucker just walked up to it and drop kicked it. That bridge looks fucked. It's stooping in the middle. I don't like that. Nah, hair's on your head. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Get out. Get out. That's your new favorite emote. It's pretty good, right? Oh dear. He's gonna get rammed out. Get out of the way then, you fool. You might want to move, lad. You literally watched them run up to you. That was not very clever, was it? Surprised he's not dead. Bosses don't play around like that, bro. Stomp your head in. Oh no, his village is on fire. I don't know yet. I can't remember. Damn, he's got like cloth physics and shit in the cutscene. I guess it's just more like of Kedwin. Or is it, no, it's Nilfgaard. It's the Great War. Yeah, it's Nilfgaard. They were fleeing. Those soldiers were fleeing. Nilfgaard invading. There it comes, baby. Awesome. I love that. That was a cool little post-credit scene, to be fair. I completely forgot that was the thing. The world as we know it nears its end, yet the past remains the key to the future. I love how they have these little, like, proverbs. Nilfgaard are massive dicks. It's just the Emperor. Emir. Nice. Sorted. Well, there we go. The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition. Not as good as I remember, but still a fun little romp. Put it on easy. Get rid of the fucking combat. And, you know, just play it for the story. Like, if anyone was to, like, ask me my advice of if they weren't getting along with this game, I would just straight up say, play it on easy. Just play it as if it's like a, you know, a Walking Dead Telltale game or a, you know, a Heavy Rain kind of game. Like, just play it for the dialogue, play it for the story, play it for the sort of those moments. Find me my daughter. Like, find her yourself. Yeah. Amir's a bit of a twat, you know. He really is. But yeah. Oh, what a fun time though. Still, like, there were times where I was like, this is fucking boring, but dude, you know, overall, like, I'm glad I like finished it. I stuck with it. You know, it wasn't as bad. Like, once I get into the rhythm of this game, it's not bad. It's just it's like some parts of it which are just like, fuck, this slogs. But it is very short as well. Like, I was surprised how short it is, because the thing with The Witcher 2 is you're meant to play it through twice, because Chapter 3 and Chapter 2 is drastically different. If you pick Yorveth instead of Roach. But you can't betray Roach like that. He's your boy. He springs you from prison. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand by Roach. He's a good dude. But yeah, fucking dope. So up next, The Witcher 3. So it's gonna take a little bit of time, for me to get set up with The Witcher 3, because we're not playing The Witcher 3 vanilla. We're playing it modded because it's the only way I can truly play it now. And I've got like 57 mods going for it right now, all cleaned up, all organized in the scripts and stuff. And we're probably going to add to it a little bit as well. So I might take a few days just to nail in exactly what I want, make sure everything's like perfectly like optimized and there isn't crashes into like long periods of play and all that stuff. There isn't missing textures and things that are just askew, you know, because that can happen with mods. But yeah, that's can't wait to play that. I'll be honest. Like, I'm fucking buzzing to play a game that I've played like 8 times already. Oh dear. But Roll on Witcher 3, baby. Yeah, yeah.